Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio, and it might be early in the morning, and I might be in an echoey Italian hotel room, but we've got really cool stuff coming for the Pokémon TCG that you need to know about. Now, the peripheral goods, as they say in Japan, the accessories, as you might say, you can phrase it however you like, have gone to be revealed for Pokémon Card 151. And these are very cool, and they are very much worth getting excited about. But what is interesting here is that there are a couple of products coming along which we just aren't expecting. The kind of products which we don't usually get, the kind of products which don't generally happen, and this makes me very, very, very excited indeed. These are cool, ladies and gentlemen. These are very, very cool. So with all of that borne in mind, let's start off having a look at Mew. Now, of course, Mew EX is one of the real headline Pokemon from the set. Really good card as well. It can copy attacks. It's got a bit of a draw engine. Draw till you've got 3 cards in your hand, but not limited to once during your turn. Well, I mean, it is once during your turn, but it's once per Mew, rather than other similar cards which are once, regardless of how many you have. So, Mew, you would imagine, is going to be getting a lot of love. And Mew is, in fact, getting an awful lot of love. For instance, we are getting ourselves the sleeves. I like the sleeves. The sleeves are cool. I am a big, big fan of these sleeves. And look, it comes down to what we see a lot of the time. These are just it's the booster pack artwork. So if you're excited about the booster pack artwork, great news, you're probably going to love these. If you're not excited about the booster pack artwork, these are probably going to be things that you skip, and that is absolutely fine, ladies and gentlemen. That is absolutely fine. Now, these are, as you might expect, 889 yen. That is generally what we pay for sleeves nowadays. And 889 yen, you're looking at around about $6.40, or around about £5.10. Very good price-wise for these sleeves. They're very, very cool. Now, there is also an accompanying Deckbox, which is exactly the same. It is the artwork for the booster pack. You've got the Mew sitting there, kind of curled around a Pokeball, and then you've got the other silhouettes, the coloured silhouettes of all the Pokemon just chilling behind it. It's a great design. It's one I love. I am definitely picking these up. Now, these you're looking at 500 yen, so you're talking about $3.60 or about £2.90. I've said this point before, right? This is absurdly cheap for what you're getting here for these sleeves and deck boxes. They are amazing. Now, we're also getting a premium card binder for 2,420 yen. Same kind of design as you might expect. And 2,420 yen, you're looking at about $17.50 or around about £14. Bit more expensive, but it's a really cool binder. And you'll notice the back of the binder just has the coloured silhouettes of all the Pokemon and is extremely cool. But what is even cooler here, if you have a look at the pockets that come in the binder, they are numbered. They have Pokédex numbers on them, which is fantastic. Also, you'll notice they all have 0. So even like at the end, it's 0151 for Mew. Because, of course, now, thanks to Gen 9, we do have over 1,000 Pokemon. I love this. I think this is fantastic. Clearly, this is a binder in which you are supposed to collect the Pokemon Card 151 set. So having these numbered pockets is just absolutely awesome. There is also an index sheet with the 151 Pokemon. Apparently, they're silhouetted. That's weird to me. I kind of hope that's not the case when it actually comes around proper. Oh, and then there's a refill page with Mew, which has a bunch more pockets and the Mew, which is cool, I suppose. This is not the thing I'm getting too excited about, I'll be honest with you. But, you know, it's there. This retails, I should say, for 700 yen. So if we put that into currencies with which we are a little bit more familiar, you're talking pretty much exactly $5 or pretty much exactly £4. It's cool. It's okay. But when we're looking at the Mew stuff, the really exciting one here is the full-size rubber playmat. And it doesn't take a genius to figure out what this is. Now, firstly, Mew is on the side here, so the image of Mew is very much on the side, as in it's not pointing towards one person or another when you're playing. And secondly, just have a look at the playmat. It is very clearly and obviously a double-sided playmat. It has got everything marked out, your deck, your discard, etc., etc. It has got everything marked out for 2 players. It's a 2-player playmat. Pokemon doesn't do this. Now, they have done double playmats before, but this is not something they're in the habit of doing. This is something that Pokemon don't do very much at all. Every time these goods are revealed, I do a video about them, and I show you all about them, and I'm not shy about doing so. And if double playmats were a regular thing, I would recently have shown you a bunch of double playmats. The fact that I haven't tells you this is unusual. Now, a couple things to point out about this. Firstly, the suggested retail price is 5,940 yen. That is not cheap, ladies and gentlemen. You are talking $43 or you're talking £34. If you want this, you are going to have to pay a few quid for it. Secondly, and this is really important for nerds like me that keep importing stuff from Japan, these are not going to be small and they're not going to be light. If you are trying to import this playmat from Japan, please remember it is going to be quite heavy and it is going to be awkward. That doesn't mean you can't import it from Japan. Just know that it's going to be big and it's going to be heavy and it's probably going to cost a little bit more and be a little bit more awkward. You have been warned. But the double playmat, yeah, that's pretty cool. But there is another frame coming, or another product coming, which is a frame, which I'm pretty sure is brand new that they've never done before. It's a triple frame. And it's absolutely beautiful. If you have a look at the design of the frame, it's the first partner Pokemon. It's clearly got all of the basics, and it's clearly got all of the stage 1s, and it's clearly got all of the stage 2s of the first partner Pokemon. There's 4 Pokemon on the top, 5 on the bottom, 9 in total. It's got the evolution lines of the first partner Pokemon from Gen 1. Although worth pointing out, they're not in any particular order. Like in the bottom left, you've got Wartortle, Ivysaur, and Charmander. They're all kind of mixed up around. But you've got this frame, which is the first partner Pokemon. And what's different and unique about this is that it fits 3 cards in. Over on the official website, they have suggested that either you could put the whole Charizard line in, which to be fair does look pretty cool, or you could put all of the EXs of the 3 first partner Pokemon in, and I'll be honest with you, I think this is the better use for it. I think this is the cooler way around. I love this frame. I don't order many of the frames. I do have some of the frames. I've ordered some of them in the past. Usually the ones I get have come with other products. This is one I think I might have to go for. This is awesome. So that's the kind of real headline Pokemon Card 151 stuff, but there are some other things as well, including sleeves and a deck box entitled Erica's Holiday. And it's Erica just kind of sitting on a table, there's a bunch of food around, and there is a Tangela. And you might miss it initially on the sleeves, although I do think it is more visible on the deck box, but there's a Vileplume hanging around outside. How come Tangela gets to be inside and Vileplume's got to hang around outside? I'm not entirely sure. The price is exactly the same as the sleeves and the deck box from a moment ago, so we're not going to go back through the price. We don't really need to do that. But this is cool. And it's kind of a point I've made several times before. When we have these new products that coincide with a particular set, the way they do it is they pick particular cards from that set and they build the merch around them. So obviously one of the big supporters in the set is Erica. So for that reason, that's why we've got Erica's Invitation, I should say. So that is why we've got this coming in here. Erica's Invitation is a big card in the set. Ergo, Erica gets sleeves and deck box. That makes perfect sense. What's one of the other big cards, one of the other big supporter cards we have in the set? It's Giovanni's Charisma. And would you believe it, Giovanni's Directive gets sleeves and a deck box. Same price as we've seen before, but you'll also notice that it's the 151 Pokemon. It's the Gen 1 Pokemon that Giovanni has got here. You've got your Rhydon, you've got your Nidoqueen, you've got your Persian. So thematically here, I think this is wonderful. They've gone after one of the supporter cards, which is, thrown front and center in the set. They've gone and put the Gen 1 Pokemon as appropriate, and I just think this is wonderful. This is about the best lineup of merch I can remember seeing in a long time. But there is actually one extra set of sleeves, which is the same price as all the others, and it features the colorless Pokemon. Your Wigglytuff, your Clefable, and your Chansey. Cool. Obviously, this is, these are Pokemon from Gen 1. Obviously, they are featured in the set, but this would be a good time to remind you that there is a Wigglytuff EX, and Wigglytuff EX looks cool, ladies and gentlemen. Really, really cool. Right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's all the new stuff, and now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me how excited you are. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, all kinds of fun things. Oh, and of course you can get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Andy White, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now, and is a very lovely person. So shout out to Andy for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.